Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath. This is a little bit different for us.
Yeah, it's quite a step outside of the regular zone, but I'm keen to get into it, and I'm legally allowed to cast Kane's Wrath now.
Yeah, he has a little certificate that says capable of casting Kane's Wrath. A few weeks ago at Ireland there was a tournament for Kane's Wrath. It was a free-for-all with, I believe, 5 people, which Blake entered in and learned on the fly very quickly, and came second in. And so he, I think, knows enough now at least to cast this game, though certainly won't have a lot of analysis as you would get from someone that actually plays this game consistently.
I have a small bit of reliance on old Machino here, so... Get wrecked, engineer! Get wrecked? Yes?
No, that was the same
player.
player.
Oh, it was the same player,
he takes
right,
the
okay,
garrison.
yeah, I wasn't sure. Because we're running in opposite directions, I couldn't tell color-wise if it was. So it's like light green versus dark green.
Oh, yeah,
not the best color formation. As I dark green, it's going to be... not unleashed.
This is Technique
up the top.
One of the top players in the C&C3 community, and is going to be versing Unleashed. So these are 2 very top tier players, and we have a steel Talons mirror. Now this is kind of crazy. What's going on here? This is oh my god. This is triple engineer. 4 engineers.
4 Tiberium spikes.
in the transports. I mean, is it going to be trying to get some sneaky like base caps, or is it just the Tiberium? I mean, Tiberium. There's actually that's garrison, so he can't cap that unless maybe he pops like behind it. Oh my god.
Big plays.
So the way that these transports work is, quick hammerhead as well there, is every unit has like an ability that you can activate which like summons a transport for X amount of price. And the problem with that is they're very vulnerable, as you'll see, when it takes some damage from... Oh, nice work! The Grenadiers inside of the hammerhead actually clear the garrison.
Did the engineer go down there?
Yeah, the Pitbull one-shot him. Okay.
Cool. Can you, I'm not sure, can you cancel that dropping animation? Or not?
I don't know. But he actually did capture this northern Tiberium spike.
Yeah, and the one on the left as well. So, yeah, that one, that Tiberium spike as well, and this one. So 3 in his hands at the moment. That hammerhead full of grenadiers is just going to be taking out the other spike, so denying as much income as possible. Technique.
Yeah, I also got this gun turret too. So that is a build that I've never seen. And it's actually an airfield here as well for Technique. Okay, it's the Orca. So those are generally used for harassing harvesters. Oh, it's
insta-sniped.
Yeah, gets sniped by the Orcas of Unleashed. There was 1 slingshot, the anti-air unit, but that got taken out very quickly, and 1 harvester goes down.
Bailing maybe before another slingshot comes online. It wasn't a slingshot as well. It's just a Pitbull. So they could have stuck around a bit longer, maybe looked for some more kills onto the harvesters.
So there's only 1 harvester for Unleashed. So he's kind of relying entirely on his Tiberium spikes for his income. So this is a very strange game, because normally by now you would have a lot of harvesters.
Let's just kill 1, not 2. The Orca's coming in.
Yeah,
The harvester did actually go down. It was garrisoned as well. So.
The one of the Orcas went down as well. And so how long can it was Unleashed at the bottom, how long can he hold these Tiberium spikes for? Because they do get taken out pretty quickly, especially with these Orcas on the field. But there's a lot of Pitbulls now for anti-air defense, so it will be hard to actually get any more damage with these Orcas.
My head's still zooming around. Pitbull's going to be pushing in. Knows the Unleashed army is fairly heavily reliant on air units. However, an excellent garrison will snipe down a few of the Pitbulls before they can get in close enough to reach critical mass.
Man, that was 4 Pitbulls went down to that gun turret.
It's insane.
It doesn't even get that harvester either. So because there was only 3 Pitbulls left, it wasn't enough that the Orcas they couldn't engage. With 3, they can fight 3 Pitbulls, but if it was 7, yeah, that would have been bad news for the Orcas. So this, oh man, this gun turret's getting even more. That's like 8.
Yeah.
8 pitbulls,
8
9 pitbulls.
9 pitbulls.
Oh
9
man.
pitbulls, the dream.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay, I think he just used the Orca strike. There's like a little ability that you can use from the orbital command post. It's pretty weak though. It does trying to finish off this last harvester, but didn't actually get it.
Well, slowly doing work. Second one comes out, snipe onto the Orca. Another harvester not going down.
Yeah, there was one that died there next to the war factory. It's just constant back and forth Orca harassment.
And I said that.
Oh yeah, no, I thought.
Best thing for not his. No, they were unleashed. Unleashed. One technique. Sorry, Unleashed still has the Tiberian spikes up and active as well. We haven't seen Technique be very active in taking those down.
Yeah, now one thing that's worth mentioning is because they're actually playing still Talons, they don't get the APC, where normally it's very easy to just cap those with putting the Engineer in the APC, but because they have the Wolverine instead, a little bit harder. This is the MCV, could get taken out here, needs to set up, it's very vulnerable when it's in mobile mode. Oh my god.
Come on! Too late.
Vet 2 Orca.
Oy.
That's like $3,000 cash, that's expensive. Now you can rebuild it from the war factory, but it's expensive and it will delay his expansion. Oh, the clumping of the harvesters, 2 of them went down simultaneously. That's very important because losing that harvest, the MCV is a massive blow.
Man, games are not this intense at RF LAN.
Yeah, I mean, Kane's Wrath normally isn't this frantic. It's just...
This game's nuts. And it's just Orcas and Pitbulls, they just push the pace so hard.
Yeah, the Titans are so slow that, like, they're very vulnerable if he was to go for them. Fully heroic Orca, cleaning up these Pitbulls.
Very well timed engage. Pitbulls of Technique focusing the Pitbulls of Unleashed, so the Orcas could actually come in for free.
I will say, this is a pretty bad replay client because you cannot see the player names, like in 0 Hour.
Yeah.
And like Company of Heroes, StarCraft, all those games you can do that. Same with Red Alert 3. You can't see the player names unless you actually select them, which is quite frustrating. But still, more damage being done from these Orcas staying around for a little bit too long.
Finally goes down. So that'll be no more... Not as efficient collection of the Virum now.
I think he's rebuilt it there, yeah.
Oh yeah, coming up.
Oh, the fully heroic one could go down.
It's pretty low.
No, it gets out. So it's actually regenning too. So in Kane's Wrath, the veterancy bonuses are crazy strong. Like 0 Hour, I suppose. Like a fully heroic unit is a big deal, depending on what it is. Now, so this patch here, it's very dense. So
okay, right.
It's more dense than this, I believe. So there's more there than you would actually think. I think it actually used to be Bluefield, but anyway, it's more dense than these other expansions, which Technique has been mining for some time. He moved his MCV along a while ago.
Most people still pushing forward. Overhead goes down.
Yeah, that was a little suicidal.
Yeah, I mean, could be a push towards the top MCV. Yeah, it's still up. Yeah.
Yeah, these Pitbulls should just destroy those spikes. I guess that now that he has this MCV, you can probably build a barracks and just capture it. So that one, I guess you might want to hold on to. But this one, come on, just destroy that one, surely.
It looks like he's in a pretty good position now. Maybe should have committed. We should have seen Unleashed commit a little bit more to, I don't know, some more harvesters, some expansions that are relying solely on the spikes. I'm not sure.
So he's looking for the Orcas to snipe on the airfield.
Doesn't find any.
Does get one harvester though.
We'll know about this top expand now as well.
Okay, we finally have some anti-air
Nice.
turrets. The AA battery gets one of those Orcas. Can also be upgraded too with the tungsten rounds, but that requires the tech center, which neither of our players have. And if they did go for the tech center, it would just get sniped way too quickly by the orcas.
Seems like a pretty good play. Going with that AA turret. I mean, it's just going to be free defense on the harvesters. Just takes too long for the orcas to put out enough damage.
Yeah, but a lot of Pitbulls moving in now from technique, sniping that one down. The AI battery, the harvesters, but Pitbull's coming in from technique to defend this one. I can't even tell who's Pitbull.
Pretty sure Unleashed has some more, has a couple more.
They don't even
back and forth engage. I'm pretty sure Unleashed has more here. Actually has a vet 2-1 as well. It's actually still alive. That goes down.
They're not even trying to micro this. There isn't really much micro you can actually do with these Pitbulls.
Yeah.
There is a lot of micro with tank battles, but with Pitbulls it's like, yeah, you can't really do too much there to micro that. But
so Unleashed won that? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it has some missile squads here as well. Missile squads are very good against Pitbulls because you can't crush them like you can with tanks. However, we do have some grenadiers. They can clear garrisons instantly, and even if they aren't garrisoned, they're still very good versus the missile squads. They're also vulnerable to those watchtowers.
Are getting thrown down. Nice defensive move with putting the turrets down. Will prevent the Pitbulls from too much damage down this forward construction yard. How low was it in the end?
Not really that weak.
Not really. Okay.
There's also this blue thing here is like an ability that you can put down. It gives a little bit more health, but it does prevent you from capturing it with engineers or using like commandos to put the detonation on.
Cool.
But you will see people use it just for like a little bit of extra health.
I'm just about mined out. 4 harvesters will do that. Probably gonna have to see an expand ASAP from Unleashed. Bottom right training patch is ripe for the taking.
There we go. This Wolverine gonna be just destroying the infantry. These are entirely anti-infantry, the grenadiers and the riflemen, but the Pitbull's finally taking him out. Yeah, not a lot of Pitbulls here for technique, so he doesn't have a lot against these orcas.
Kind of down to just positioning at this stage. At the moment, Pitbull's getting zoned away from where the orcas are running around, so Unleashed is in a great position. It does clean up the ground forces. So the longer this game drags on, the better it is for technique. As the superior economy over time, though, I don't know where the harvesters have gone from up north. I mean, I know they got taken out when the Pitbulls came in, but surprised we haven't seen some more transferred up there or more rebuilt.
Yeah.
This technique was just looking to kind of close the game out there, or at least snipe the factory or something, I'm not sure.
Oh, nice work. Long distance mining gonna get taken out by both the orcas and the Pitbulls. And we finally have the expansion here by Unleashed. Whereas the thing is for technique is he's actually already mined out this base. Yeah. So it does slowly regenerate, but at a pretty slow pace. And so it means that there's, apart from this base here, there's more of an expansion opportunity. So long as Unleashed can deny this at some point. So yeah, it's hard to say how this game will go. It's just Orca nonsense, non-stop.
Orca Pitbull nonsense.
Now, also, the other anti-air method that you can get is if you get the tech center, you get the Firehawk bombers, and you can equip them with anti-air missiles, and then they're like a flying unit that just is crazy good versus air units. I think they do splash damage as well, but it's still the problem of the tech center is just so vulnerable. It's expensive, can get taken out, so it's very deliberate that our players aren't teching up. In a game this aggressive, they're struggling to hold harvesters, let alone a tech lab.
Yeah. Very well timed expansion to keep these harvesters busy. More Pitbulls coming in.
Man, he's taking a lot of damage on these orcas. I think he lost a couple there. That seemed like a... I guess he did kill a few harvesters,
the harvesters,
though, so...
I mean, that's it. It's just damaging the economy, but... I mean, provided he doesn't kind of straight up lose the game from a push after this, it puts him in a pretty good position. He's preventing mining from technique. At the same time, he's got a nice new fresh Terrenium.
Tiberium.
Terrenium
is ashes, yeah.
Ashes singularity. Tiberium? Tiberium is what I was looking for, yeah. I was getting so confused with those. I was trying not to be. Fresh new Tiberium patch down the bottom right here.
Man, just...
Man, I didn't think I'd have a screw up between Ashes the Singularity of all games and C&C.
No, I'm just completely in awe of how many harvesters have been sniped by the orcas. Like, this is not normal.
Another one going down. I love these Pitbull hit squads.
Oh, it's actually out of missiles. And look at that, fully heroic.
Oh.
2 shots to the orcas. 2 shot, and that is just crazy. And it's regenning.
Airfield's down.
Going for the power plant would be really good as well.
Brutal.
Especially this one, because it's like the upgraded one.
It's a really nice attack.
Okay, so these have the AP ammo, the watchtowers, so they're actually pretty decent versus the Pitbulls. They don't have a lot of health.
I should have stuck around there. The watchtower's so low.
Yeah, but you can just keep rebuilding them. It's not a
Yeah,
long
I mean,
build
that's a
time.
good point, yeah.
He wants to try and snipe the power, because then he can't use the watchtowers,
Yeah.
but they're not that power intensive, and they can power down his war factory.
Yeah, still with 2 more power plants going down, I might tip the balance. Pitbull's just cutting out orcas. Very well microed engagements here. Unleashed.
Nothing for defense. Unleashed gonna lose all these harvesters, it would seem. It might be worth maybe build a Titan to actually just defend from these Pitbulls. I mean, in defense, Titans are really strong. They're just very slow.
I don't think Titans build quite that quickly. It's actually another Pitbull to try and turn the engagement.
So it could be base trader. Oh no, he's actually going for the economy, so he's going for these harvesters instead. Doesn't have any towers here. Going for barracks, so yeah, some missile troopers are kind of the best thing that he can get since there's no support for the Pitbulls.
It makes a lot of sense. Probably the best way to go. Going for the economy. He's already behind in the base trade. The base is essentially down. His base is essentially already down, so the economy makes a lot of sense. A lot of harvesters getting sniped here. 2 still alive. Plenty to clean up the rest of this Tiberium patch.
Yes. Now the thing is losing harvesters at this stage isn't necessarily a bad thing, because he's got 3 harvesters, and look how little Tiberium there actually is. So it's not as a big deal as it is earlier on when you do have a lot of Tiberium. Especially when you only have 1 refinery, or he's got 2 refineries. But this has actually grown back.
Yeah.
So it might be worth him backwards expanding. Nice snipe there on that advanced power plant.
I mean, is this game ending? Is this a game-ending amount of Pitbulls?
I don't know, it's certainly a lot. It's going to be hard for Unleashed to push out. And now he's mining off of this patch here, but this watchtower doing a little bit of damage. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, the Pitbulls just will not work against the missile squads, but they're obviously very slow. So if he can just avoid them, and he can just transition into Wolverines if he needs to, or just get some infantry of his own, because he already has the AP ammo. So the AP ammo riflemen are very good versus the missile squads, whereas I don't think there's actually AP ammo upgraded for Unleashed. You can tell because it has this massive muzzle on the end of the watchtower.
Yeah.
So, yeah, see how it actually upgraded. The build animation doesn't seem to include the AP ammo upgrade, it just teleports on when it's finished being built. There's also a different projectile, it's kind of like a dark yellow color.
Right.
Whereas normally it's more like white gray.
Well, you know.
I think this sound is the same though. Yeah, there's just so many Pitbulls.
A lot of Pitbulls. Not mining from this patch, my friend.
You could probably just take out the watchtowers with the missile squads inside of the heavy harvesters.
Yeah.
I don't actually remember if they have more health. They may have more health than regular harvesters too. And then the Zocom harvesters have little rockets on them, like a rocket pod. Oh no.
Oh dear. It's not gonna go well.
Yeah, we finally have a Titan. This is like the main battle tank.
Finally, here we go.
It's so weird to not see, the normal unit.
Can the Titan hold off that many Pitbulls?
No.
It's a lot of Pitbulls.
I mean, it'll take maybe 3 or 4 out on its own, but with support, because it has kind of low DPS relative to its health. So if the Titan is absorbing the shots and the Pitbulls are dealing damage, then that may work well in his favor.
Oh, nice marker on those Orcas.
Yeah, swapping the target, firing around. No one really got focused for too long.
So it looks like a backwards expand, I'm guessing, for technique. Essentially mined out this Tiberium, nailed it. And yeah.
Do you want me to write it down for you?
Yeah, probably. I mean,
like
big,
palm
big,
cards,
big
Tiberium.
sticky note on the screen would be good, so. I've gotten Pitbull down pack, so I'm pretty happy with that. There's nothing really more for these Pitbulls to clean up, short of actually looking for a big engagement. How are these spikes looking, by the way? Is that spike still up? I'm pretty sure the spike's still up, dude.
Well, that one is.
The top one.
Yeah, but that's ticking in the favor of technique. Yeah,
yeah, I wasn't sure.
It's green.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
As for this one, I mean, that's still there too. So there's actually one more Tiberium spike in favor of technique. I think technique is looking good here. He has the backwards expand. He has a lot of Pitbulls. And he has this base still here, and he can always mine this too.
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely technique's game to lose. As we see him going for a big attack here. Wow, he lost a lot of those hammerheads though. The Pitbulls though. Because the rifleman, now he has AP ammo. So they actually do pretty decent damage. He can crush these too with the Titan if he moves over them. Yeah, didn't quite get it. You can see, I mean, they took about 4 salvos. And now that's going to allow the Pitbulls of Unleash to counterattack. Wow, he lost all his Pitbulls.
Yeah, they all went down.
Oh. I say all of his Pitbulls. I clearly was mistaken.
Yes. All of the Pitbulls he had on the left-hand side that have just been rebuilt. The main army of Pitbulls. Still here.
Something else that's cool about Pitbulls is if you get the Tech Lab, you get a mortar upgrade. So they have like this little long-range attack. Which would be actually good versus the watchtowers. Trying to build more Orcas. I don't know if that's really the best choice right now.
Yeah, I suppose it makes sense. To a degree. They're a little bit more mobile, can go in sniping harvesters. But it's a lot of Pitbulls. Pretty much just break this, surely. Just break the base.
Oh, wow. Guess that harvest. Yeah, that's about twice as many Pitbulls. He can't fight this.
No way.
However, he can kind of collapse upon and try to snipe them because the range relative to their size, like, isn't that good. Especially if he has some veterancy in the front. I think there's only one that's actually heroic. Oh, this is MCV. Rip.
Rip. Surely that's it.
And what does he have on that build tab? Maybe it says like a turret. It was a barracks, okay. Just trying to build some missile squads.
Well, it needs a few of those. Even the Orcas are going to be collapsing in now.
Yeah, I like how he goes for the barracks. The barracks is quite fragile and actually does buy enough time.
Barracks is still up. Well, nothing, but it's still up.
And now it's pulled the Pitbulls away from his harvesters. Really good play here. Doesn't get any of those.
It's looking pretty over to
Oh
me.
man, look at Technique's cash. He's got 4.5k in the bank.
Yeah.
He has a lot of options right now.
Yeah.
He could actually just spam missile squads of his own.
Yeah, this has got to be game.
Orca, ready for liftoff.
The back expand is finished. Harvesters are going. 2 airfields full of Orcas.
Construction complete.
Oh, the Behemoth as well. Yeah, it's like a Juggernaut that you can upgrade. You can garrison one squad inside of it.
Construction complete.
I can't remember if it gets
Construction complete.
like extra armor or health.
Structure sold.
Well, I think this is the end.
Big turnaround. Incredible micro. Yeah, anyone's micro is that good.
Micro certainly less relevant in C&C3 than what it would be in 0 Hour. The scale is just too big.
Pretty sure Unleashed
Oh my god.
isn't so sure of the his position in this game. If he was, I don't think he'd still be in it.
I don't even know how to fast forward.
This is looking pretty bleak.
I think there's like a hotkey.
I think we need to.
Yeah.
Pitbulls are going to finish this one off.
It's like full stop or something. Yeah, they should be the...
This will be good.
Well, he can't attack into this garrison here, though, because there's actually several squads in there. The Orcas are very clumped as well. They can get... Okay, splits up the Orcas now. That's maybe a little too aggressive. It may not matter, though. Let's see how this one goes.
So many units, it doesn't matter, or...?
This garrison, though, is just doing so much damage. But still, takes out that harvester. No, he's actually repairing from the war factory, so...
That's a pretty awful trade, but I don't think it's going to matter.
There we go. He should have no cash now. 0 income.
Insufficient funds.
Oh no, he has the Tiberium spike.
Yeah.
That's his sole income right now.
Tiberium
Trying to
spike.
build a harvester.
Doesn't give up. We'll never surrender. Maybe Technique has a business meeting to go to after this.
Or he's just hoping his game crashes.
Building.
C&C3 is really unstable, right?
Essentially the only things that can save Unleash at this stage of the game.
That's the ability there. You can tell it has the blue little jets behind it. Not very powerful though. There we go.
Construction sold. Unit under attack. Unit lost.
Doesn't kill the Tiberium spike though.
Garrison was down. Construction yard's gonna fall here.
Tiberium exposure detected. Structure sold.
This is an interesting game.
Enemy unit.
Ah, you found fast forward.
Yeah,
That's
it's full
nice.
stop.
Funds.
Technique still has like $6,000. Pushing out with some infantry. Okay, but I mean the watchtowers are just so good versus infantry with AP ammo upgrade. Oh, and there's
Wow,
one garrison.
getting
There's no
murdered.
grenadiers here. So infantry can get an upgrade, composite armor, but you can't get that as steel talons. GG. So like the infantry died so quick, but if you get the armor upgrade, then the health upgrade, it wouldn't be too bad. But that's a GG. That was a crazy game, dude.
That was pretty intense,
oh my god.
man. Okay.
Resources.
Well, you better watch out next RF land. Prepare to have a half dozen Orcas in your base. So.
That's like 115,000 Tiberium mined, 190,000 mined for Unleashed. That's a lot of Tiberium. 28 minutes. Yeah, man. That's crazy.
Good game.
Yeah.
Okay, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's nice to have some understanding of a game that you're shoutcasting. So.
C&C3, it's mainly normally about like tank battles, and there's a lot of like tank micro and positioning. There is of course a lot of harassment with like attack bikes and stuff, but whew, that game was just all kinds of nonsense. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this foray into C&C3 Kane's Wrath. I do love this game very much. And I've casted it solo a few times, but now that Blake kind of knows a bit more of it, you know, hope we can do it somewhat often. Yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more C&C3 Kane's Wrath, and please do send us replays of Kane's Wrath if you have any good replays. I kind of just download them from game replays, like the recent popular ones. But, you know, I don't go there active enough that it means it's easy to get like good replays of people to send us like the best replay every 3 months or whatever.
Cheers, guys.